Wandering the streets of a new city is a terrific way to get a sense of its soul. But have you ever thought about what's directly beneath your feet? These underground museums, which can be found all over the world, have incredible history, a past homes, burial grounds, and even an occult museum. And you can guarantee they're a touch unsettling. So stay with us till the end of this video, because these museums will give you the creeps. Let's begin. Number 10. The Capuchin Crypt of Palermo, Italy. The meeting place of the living and the dead. A gruesome spectacle that depicts Palermo society's values, rituals, and traditions from the 17th to the 19th centuries. As an underground museum, the tomb now serves as a rather creepy tourist spot. Capuchin monks in Palermo meticulously mummified almost 8,000 corpses. They drained the bodies, bathed them in vinegar, packed them with straw, and then clothed them in their garments and put them in the catacombs halls, either sitting, standing, or reenacting moments from life. The result? Today, the tunnels are lined with the corpses of everyone from newborns to cardinals. They're all in various stages of decay. One small girl is so beautifully preserved that she appears to be asleep, despite the fact that she was interred in 1920. It's hardly unexpected that one of the co-founders was so terrified by Palermo Capuchin's crypt that he had to flee. Number 9. Basilica CISTERN, Istanbul, Turkey. Istanbul draws thousands of people from all over the world because of its spectacular ancient cisterns, which are spread both above and under the city. Cisterns which generously provided for the people's water requirements during times of drought. The Basilica Cistern, Istanbul's finest, is one of the city's most spectacular tourist attractions. The cistern has a capacity of 100,000 tons of water, but the bottom is just a few feet deep now. The cistern commands a grand presence as you stroll along the high wooden platforms and witness the fish swimming gracefully through the shadowy water, which is supported by 336 hauntingly lighted marble columns. Two medusa heads, a female underworld creature in Greek mythology, serve as the basis for two columns on the cistern's left side. Only the snake-headed medusa was mortal, with the ability to turn all who looked at her into stone. Coming upon these heads, the vacant eyes peering out over the years is rather terrifying. Number 8. SALINA TURDA Salt Mines turned Museum, Romania. Once a massive salt mine in Turda, Romania, the local government had meticulously converted it into the world's largest salt mine museum. The mines were discovered in the 17th century and were a vital supply of salt as well as Romania's major source of income. The concept was to create an underground distraction, a combination of modern and ancient elements that will be appealing to visitors, in a site that has long been a symbol of human pain and exploitation. The unique timber constructions placed within it, as well as the dangling tube lights, add to the sensation of being in an exotic realm. You will undoubtedly feel as if you have journeyed into the future or to another planet. One of the mines at this exhibit is 120 meters underground. Just be careful down there. Number 7. KABAYAN Burial Caves, Benguet, Philippines. This facility, also known as the National Museum Kabayan, was built to conserve the national cultural treasure, Kabayan Mummy Caves. Aside from one mummy, the museum at Kabayan Benguet also displays ethnographic artifacts, largely from the Abaloy group and some from the Kalanguyab group. The Abaloy tribe in the northern Philippines has been practicing fire mummifications for almost 2,000 years, long before Spanish colonialism. The mummification process is lengthy, beginning with the dying person being allowed to drink saline liquid, followed by the application of salts and herbs to the skin, and ending with the body being smoked out with tobacco and fire until dry before being placed in fetal position in a coffin and transferred to the burial caves. The caverns were first available to the public in October of 2002. If you're terrified of mummies, this isn't the place for you. Number 6. The Berlin Underworlds Museum, Germany. The Berlin Underworld Museum offers an alternate method to learn about the city's complicated past, with military bunkers and escape tunnels housed in what are now decommissioned metro stations. This is a distinct perspective of Berlin, which is famed for its alternative culture and the unraveling of a dark history. Concealed below subway station doors in Berlin are vestiges of the city's turbulent past, including hidden cemeteries, air raid shelters, bunkers, and even an aircraft factory, all underground, where you'd swear you're in the heart of World War II. Following significant airstrikes in 1940, A bunker building campaign was initiated, and around 1,000 bunkers and shelters were built. Today, travelers may explore relics, stroll through twisting passageways, and enter one of the few intact Third Reich bunkers. Number 5. Paris Catacombs, Paris, France. While the catacombs of Paris aren't the most well-known attraction in the city, they may be the creepiest. The Paris Catacombs are a series of subterranean and covered graves that today function as a type of museum beneath the streets of Paris. Over 6 million people's skeletons are housed there. The Paris Catacombs, which were built owing to a lack of burial space in the city, have become one of the most haunting places on the planet. According to a well-known folklore, something strange happens after midnight. If you stay in the catacombs after midnight, the walls start talking to you. Disembodied voices will try to encourage you to explore the catacombs until you can't find your way out. You can go to a specific area of the catacombs. However, you must remain in the allocated area, which means that much of the catacombs remains inaccessible to the public. Number 4. Museum of the Occult, Connecticut, USA. The Museum of the Occult is the personal collection of paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren in Monroe, Connecticut. They keep all of their spooky items in their basement, like any good paranormal investigator would. That means going downstairs in an old house to see relics, such as vampire coffins, satanic altars, shrunken heads, and a dark magic doll, which according to the Warrens is similar to voodoo in that you create an image similar to the person in question and hang the doll in an attempt to make the targeted person sick and die. The museum also houses a well-known Annabelle doll. The Annabelle doll, famous for tormenting a young lady in the 1970s, has allegedly been exorcised and is housed behind protective glass. We wouldn't tap on that glass though, because Annabelle has a habit of escaping her confinement. Number 3. Hacienda del Cochero, Guanajuato, Mexico. These tranquil gardens provide beautiful views of mountains covered in thick vegetation. You'll be surrounded by green trees and vivid, colorful blooms as you explore the stone walkways that run across the space. The beautiful surroundings provide no indication of the horrific terrors lying under the surface. Enter the tunnel-like entryway beneath the gardens to uncover a museum filled with frightening exhibitions. Its dark, maze-like network of corridors leads to damp chambers with a variety of torture instruments. Within the gloomy environment, you'll quickly notice chastity chains, cages, and guillotines. The skeleton bound to the wall is a terrible reminder of the alleged atrocities that occurred within these dungeons. The museum claims that this hacienda served a sinister role during the Spanish Inquisition. The invading Spaniards purportedly took the locals hostage and tormented them until they repented of their religious views and converted to Christianity. Number 2. Torture Museum, Vienna, Austria. Some aspects of history look surreal and are extremely difficult to comprehend. The Torture Museum, Vienna educates visitors about the evil side of human history. It covers the equipment and methods used to torture people throughout history, as well as a brutal recreation of past torture tactics with realistic objects and dummies. Over 100 displays portray torture and cruelty and explain how it works on the 800 square meter underground exhibition level. The museum concentrates on medieval torture tactics, but it also contains a part showcasing modern methods of capital punishment and torture. Or you can confront executioners and observe the tortures in the dungeons. If this isn't a creepy museum, we don't know what is. It's time to reveal the one which takes the top spot in our video. Number 1. ACTUN TUNICHIL MUKNAL Cave Museum, Belize. ACTUN TUNICHIL MUKNAL, or ATM for short, was unearthed in 1989 in the Cayo district. ATM is now similar to a living museum. It is one of the rare Maya sites where artifacts and sacrificial victims left inside the cave over 1,000 years ago may still be seen in their natural surroundings rather than in glass displays. Visitors must complete a guided walk that begins with a neck-deep dip in very cold, pitch-black water. Mayans conducted human sacrifice here, burning copal incense, sacrificing their blood, and, in more dire times, even providing sacrificial victims to ensure sustained nourishment and agricultural productivity. What exactly is it about this museum that is genuinely creepy? If the bats and spiders aren't enough to scare you, the antique porcelain bowls, including kill holes, indicating that they were used for bloodletting rites. Have you visited any of these creepy museums or been somewhere equally bone-chilling? Be sure to share in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, check this link given above. You can find more interesting videos in the description. Please subscribe to our channel for more content like this, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our new videos. See you in the next one soon. Thanks for watching.